All right. Welcome back. What's this, part 2? All right. Let me put it down right here. Part 2. This is part 2 of You Gonna Burn in Hell, and that 2 gonna burn. You understand me? We're in part 2. You can't talk about salvation without talking about what you're being saved from. Hell. What y'all know about it? Let's hear it. Absolutely. Hell is a place for the wicked. Absolutely. Put that back. Hell is a place for the wicked. If you haven't seen part 1, go to my timeline and view part 1 of You Gonna Burn in Hell, and that 2 gonna burn. Go back and look at part 1. And in part 1, you'll see what all hell about. We went over a lot of things about hell in part 1 of this Bible teaching series. Super shout out to Brooke, my lovely kinfolk, her birthday. You understand me? Happy birthday. You understand me? So we're going to continue this on. We're going to get this together. This is class. This is not church. We dialogue. It's not a monologue. We go in. We ask multiple questions. We talk loud. You understand me? We get this thing together. How you doing, Mama? Okay. All right. So we talked about what hell is. We talked about hell is a place for the wicked. Hell is a place of sorrows. It's a place of pain and trouble. A place of fire. A place where sin is punished. What else? A place of no mercy. A place of torment. A place where your soul and body goes. Right? We read those scriptures in part 1. We will not go back over those same things again. Go back to my timeline, and you will see all of this discussion about hell and about Hades and Sheol. What is Hades and Sheol? Huh? A place for the dead. What is a place for the dead is also known as?
Hell.
Hell. And what else? Say it again, Snoop. Paradise. All right. Hades or Sheol is the place where dead people go, both saved and unsaved. All right. Hades is made up of 2 parts, hell and paradise. Or known as what? Alexis? Wrong. Or known as what? Wrong and wrong. Devin. Or known as what? No. It's on the board. Look at the board. Wrong, wrong. Good God. Abraham bosom. But when Jesus died, what happened?
That part went to heaven.
He came and went down to paradise. You know, people say Jesus went to hell. How crazy are they? Shame on you. Trying to put our king in hell. He went to Hades, which is where the dead people go. But he went to the paradise side, Abraham bosom. And when he got there, he led all those in the grave out of captivity and took them to heaven with him, because nobody has been to heaven. So he had to you know, do what he had to do so they can be there. So we talked about where it is. We talked about Gehenna. What is Gehenna? What word is that? What language is that? Gehenna. Greek. Gehenna is the Greek word for what? Hell, which is derived from the word what?
Hinnom.
Should be in your notes. That's right. Oh, Mama, you on today, ain't you? Hinnom. It's a valley. It's a Hebrew word. And that's where it derived from. Right? That's right. They still use it to this day. They still burning trash in the city. I don't know if they're still burning kids, but it's a possibility. So you got to get this thing together. Hell is real. And Jesus never been to hell. Don't you think Jesus Christ been to hell like he got to do some further punishment, take some torment for us. No. When he died on the cross, he said, it is finished. Ain't that what he said? Ain't no continuation. He told that thief on the cross, he said, today you're going to be in me where? Paradise is where? In Hades. It's similar to heaven. That's where all the good people at, where it was. Right now, Hades has no paradise side today. It's straight hell. Straight hell. So we talk about what it is, but we didn't talk about where was hell located. Where y'all think hell located? If you're going to talk about what it is, at least know where it's located. We know where heaven located. Well, we think we do. Wait till we do our study on heaven. Ooh, man, it's gonna be fire. Hell. That's what people ask today. Where is hell? Hell ain't real. Where is it then? A lot of people like to say it's hell on earth. Man, it's hell on earth. Really? When God say, I causes the sun to shine on the just and the unjust, how's it hell on earth? Come on with all these doggone sins. Ain't no hell on earth. There's a bunch of sins out here. You say you feel like it's below? Okay. Well, we're going to figure this thing out because the Bible tells you exactly where hell is. So you won't be confused or have to worry about these sayings or anything. We're going to get to the bottom of this. This is class. This is not church, Victoria. You understand me? So we're going to dive in and we're going to get through a bunch of scriptures. And we're going to move quick because I really want to get to this next part before part 3. I want to do this next part in part 2 without stretching to part 3. You understand me? All right. So we're going to go to the King James Bible. Everybody should have their Bible. Everybody should have notes and paper and pens. This is not a sermon. When it's a sermon, you come down and sit and listen to the pastor. No, this is not this atmosphere. This is a curriculum setting. We rightly divide the word of truth. BCVD, Bible chapter and verse dispensated. Cross-examine me. You can't do it if you don't take notes. You understand me? So we're going to go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and 24. And we're going to start right there to see exactly where is hell. Because a lot of folks going to end up there. You going to burn in hell, and that too going to burn. You understand me? Yes, sir. Proverbs 15 and 24. Branko, put your laptop, put your iPad on the other side. I need all sound waves to go to the mic. They did good. And Veronica did that, and I think Jocelyn did the fire.
Yes, ma'am. The way of life is above to the wise, that he may depart from hell beneath.
Uh-oh. We starting to get a longitude and latitude in this thing. Huh? We started getting a longitude and latitude in this thing. Where is hell located? Hell location. We're going to put it right here. So first in the book of Proverbs, we learned that hell is beneath. And what it said? No sense of playing with it. It ain't say to the side. It didn't say on earth. It said beneath. Huh? Let's keep going. Let's read Isaiah chapter 14 and 9. We determined and figured out why hell was created. Remember last first teaching, hell was created for who?
Oh, the demons and devils.
That's right. The devil and his comrades. That is why hell was created. But if you follow him and don't accept Christ, death, burial, and resurrection, you're going to end up right there with him. You understand me? Let's hear it.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It had raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Hell is where? Beneath. Beneath, beneath, beneath. If they ask you where hell is, you better not say on earth. You better not say in the middle of the earth. Where hell located? Devin. Beneath. Is some of y'all going to be there? I guess so. Well, I won't see you there. God said the same. Yes, than me. The scripture says that hell is beneath. It ain't a cuss word. Y'all think hell, y'all think I'm up here cussing because I said hell. Okay. Oh, he up there cussing. Hell. You understand me? Now, the hell I'm talking about is beneath. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. You understand me? Let's keep going. Let's read Psalms chapter 55 and 15. Psalms chapter 55 and 15. This is class. This is not church. You want to know what heaven is? You don't want to talk about hell. Like you wrong. Like you can't talk about hell to nobody because you ain't got no heaven or hell to put you in. What they say? Yeah. The Bible say it is a heaven and hell you're going to go.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Let death seize upon them, and let them go down quick into hell. For wickedness is in their dwellings and among them.
So where is hell? What did it say? It's down. Y'all know where down is? You just look down. Hell is beneath. Hell is down. Huh? Look, this series, this thing gonna be impactful. I'm telling you. I'm gonna try to make this, 6 teachings, hopefully. Because we gotta get this down, because hell is down. It's down. I mean, it gotta be under us, because we're above it, so it gotta be down. So it's under us, right? Let's keep going. You got to move your feet and look down. It's under your feet. That's where hell is. When you look for heaven, you look up. You're looking in the cloud. Well, look for hell. Look down. Move out the way. Move your feet. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 5 and verse 5 so we can get this thing together. Show you where hell at.
Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell.
Woo, where her feet take them? Down. I told you, look, y'all thought I was playing. Her steps take her down to hell. Her steps take hold on hell. Ooh. Brooke, let's hear it.
What if they necessarily use a female?
Probably because the woman got the seed first. Probably. You know, the Antichrist, you know, used Rome as a female. You know. So, you know, it could be, you know, I don't know. You know, that's the way Holy Spirit decided to write it. All I know, hell is down. It ain't up. You understand me? Let's keep going. Since the plan, I got to show you where hell is. Because you think it's on earth. Proverbs chapter 7 and 27.
Something broke to me, the masculinity would be heaven, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, female would be hell. I don't know. You got to think heaven, hell, male and female. That's another good analogy.
7:27.
Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death.
Her house is the way to hell going where? Down. You want to get to hell, you got to go down. And it got chambers. Huh? Hell is down. I'm going to put an end to this talk. Why not tell me it's hell on earth? Anytime, hell is every, you know, I'm going to put an end to it. If you ain't got Christ, you just like you in hell. No, it ain't. That's a lie. But it's unbelievers out here doing better than a bunch of believers. So you mean they in hell? Nope. They living it up. What you talking about? Think they having fun in hell? All the sinning we doing, having fun in the sin? And you think they in, you know, we in hell? Nope. We in grace. They ain't kicking into no hell. We know what they doing in hell. It's a place of fire, pain, and trouble. Sorrow. Huh? Y'all better get it together. You better trust and accept the grace gospel, the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Or you going to burn in hell. And everything you doing going to burn with it. All your good ways, being nice to people, giving them gas money, that's going to burn. Helping them out, giving them phone call, giving them words of encouragement, that's going to burn. Right along with you. If you ain't got the grace gospel in your heart, sold and rooted and nothing else, you out of there. I ain't scared to tell you. But let's continue to see where hell is located, because over and over and over you see that the Bible teaches us that hell is down, not up, not on earth. Let's keep going. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 15. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 15. While he's getting that, who got questions? This class, it's not church. Who got questions about the location of hell? How you doing today? You doing pretty good?
So if hell is not on earth, and if hell is not under earth, it's not in earth, but it's down, is that in the area where you know how you have the heavens, right? Like the sky, you got the space, and you got the actual heaven. Is that the same way for hell? Like you got, technically you have earth, and you got that outer box, that's space, and then there's hell?
Wrong. No. Scriptures say the heavens consist of everything around earth, space, everything. We're talking about another location. It's down. See, you can view the heavens with a telescope. Absolutely. You can view the first heaven. You can view the second heaven. You just can't view that third heaven. I don't want to get into the heavens teachings right now. Yeah, don't try to jump that up. But hell, you can't view that unless you're going to be a part of its citizenship. You're going to be find that to be your jurisdiction. Let's hear it. Isaiah 14 and 15.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
Woo! Down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Down, down, down. Where is hell? It's down. If you're saying down where, you already wrong. He didn't say down a place somewhere down. He said hell is down. Not down there. Down. That's where hell is. Down. He didn't say down where, did he, Brooke? He said down. That's it. That's where it's at. Hell is down, and it has a side pit. Let me put that on the board. That was good. What's a pit? What's a pit, Victoria? What's a pit?
I'm not going to say, like in our world, it's like something that you hold something in.
Something that you hold something in?
Yeah.
Okay.
A holding area?
A holding area.
Yeah.
I like that. Let's read Ezekiel chapter 31, verse 16 through 17. I'm going to fill y'all up with scripture today so you can know where hell is. Because some people are going to be there. Actually, not some, like the majority. Yes. Ezekiel chapter 31, verses 16 through 17.
I made the nations to shake at the sound of his fall, when I cast him down to hell with them that descend into the pit, and all the trees of Eden, the choice and best of Lebanon, all that drink water shall be comforted in the nether parts of the earth. They also went down into hell with them until them that be slain with the sword, and they that were his arm that dwelt under his shadow in the midst of the heathen.
Where is hell? Where he cast them? The location of hell is down. They ask you where hell is, you say, move your feet and look down. You understand me? A lot of people gonna go to hell. Think they ain't? Now let me say this to y'all. God finds no pleasure at all on punishing the wicked. So don't think that he rejoicing by sending folks to hell. He gonna have his vengeance, yeah. But the only thing that pleased him was him giving up his son when his son was getting flogged and beat. That pleased him. Ain't that something? The scriptures say that it don't pleases him, the wicked, to punish the wicked. It do not please him. Y'all want that scripture? Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 11.
Say unto them, as I live, said the Lord, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn ye from your evil ways. For why will ye die, O house of Israel?
You think God get pleasure of killing folks? He get pleasure you turning away from your wicked ways. Turn away from the sex, drinking, smoking, cussing, pride, know-it-all, hard, stubborn, mean, aggressive, lonely, miserable, sorrow, thieves, pain, murderers, gays, thugs, bitter women, hard men, whining, punks, liars. Turn away, he say. He don't get no pleasure sending you to hell. You thought God get happy to send you to hell? No, he don't. That's why he sent his son. Accept his death, burial, and resurrection. But if you don't, you gonna burn in hell. And that too gonna burn. All your selfish ways. You self-loving, self-righteous person. Huh? Huh? Your Instagram page gonna burn. Your modeling career gonna burn. Your boyfriend and girlfriend gonna burn. Don't matter. You ain't safe. Your son and your daughter gonna burn. Your pastor, anybody, your pet fish. Gonna burn if they don't accept the blood atonement sacrifice of Jesus Christ, and that is it, nothing else. Don't be stubborn if you want to. Some stubborn folks in here today. Yes.
So we know hell is down. We know hell has chambers.
Uh-huh.
Do you think hell, because it says side pit, do you think there's only one pit?
Do I think there's only one pit? Absolutely. But don't jump that gun. Absolutely. Do I think there's only one pit in hell? Absolutely. Why you feel like there's more than one pit in hell?
You say I'm jumping the gun for the jump?
This ain't church, this class. You understand me? Huh? Huh? Hell is down. All right? Air conditioner on, y'all. I should have cut it on earlier. As you can see, based off of Ezekiel 31, 16 and 17, hell is down. All right? Let's keep going. Let's read Deuteronomy 32 and 22. Deuteronomy 32 and 22. Y'all get yourself together. Kids, honor your mamas and daddies like Christ said. Wives, submit to your husband like Christ said. Not off of, if they not doing this, then I shouldn't do that. Your actions is based off of what Christ said and nothing else. Don't be weak. Husbands, submit to your wives, to your family. Give up yourself for them. Like Christ did for the church. You have no right to tyrant over your wife to make her feel intimidated, weak, afraid, scared, heart racer. Line up. Because if you don't line up, and you ain't accepted this DBR, you're going to burn in hell. And your ways going to burn too. Let's hear it.
For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains.
Where is hell? That's what he said? Lowest. Lowest. Man, this place here pretty, pretty down. Pretty down. How many of y'all believe that when the people are burning, Jesus Christ is going to be in the midst, and they're going to be cursing Jesus while they burn? He's going to be in the midst.
They're gonna be
Jesus
mad.
Christ is going to be right there while they burning. They're going to be able to see him. He gonna be right there, and they're gonna be cursing. Have you ever heard that before? That's what you heard?
Break off.
That's right.
Well, they can see him, but he's not going to be there.
Yeah. But see, the great gulf you're talking about consists of a place divided by hell and paradise.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, we talk about another place. We're talking about after Jesus come and get the captives, take them on where they're going to be. And now Hades has enlarged itself. Now, I ain't finna jump no gun. I'm not doing it today. I'm going to stay on course. So parking lot that question, will Jesus Christ, when they in hell, be visible where they can see him cursing him? All right? That answer going to, it's going to boggle your mind. So, do you see how hell is below? Y'all see that? Yes. And y'all notice that the earth will be consumed with her increases and set the foundations of the mountains of fire. Did y'all see that when he read that? That means that this earth and that too gonna burn.
I think if Jesus is going to be amongst them and they cursing him, he could withstand the heat because he was in there with Shadrach, Meshach, and
There you go.
He has a glorified body. He got a glorified body, so he can withstand everything.
Jesus, who created hell? Who did that? God did. Daenerys, who created hell? Yeah. God. I'm still on topic. Parking out that question too. Who created hell? It done got real. Let's keep going. Let's read Job chapter 11, verse 8. Job chapter 11, verse 8. Who got questions while he get that verse? Remember, I'm parking a lot of questions. Just put it in the group text once you get them figured out. Job chapter 11, verse 8.
did you already go over the paradise part?
The
You had just said something else.
What's that?
You said when Jesus went to paradise, he took the people that was there
Right.
with him.
Right.
And then you had said before hell enlarges itself, he gonna take some more people.
So when he took the, right, hell enlarged. And I'll give you Bible verse at, next teachers, not this one. I don't want to get into that. Huh? Daily. Oh, you know about that.
Why would it do that?
Yeah. All right, let's hear it.
It is high as heaven. What canst thou do? Deeper than hell. What canst thou know?
Hell is what? Deep. If hell is deep, how you gonna say hell is in the center of the earth? That ain't deep. I mean, but we can get to that. We got machines that are drilled to the center of the earth. Yes, sir. Google it. We done been to the center of the earth and back. Y'all know that? We got technology that can view our whole planet. Except heaven and hell. Don't do so much. We can see the heavens. We can see earth. But we can't see that third heaven. And we can't see hell. Because it's deep. It's low. It got a pit. Dang. Some say it got multiple pits. We're going to figure that out. You understand me? So heaven is super high and hell is super deep. Hell location is beneath us. Somewhere deep, low. It gotta be, because when I look down, I see my feet. I gotta get out the way, and it's somewhere down. Let's read. Psalms 86 and 13. I'm giving y'all all kind of scripture. Psalm 86 and 13. You got that, Brittany? Yeah. You can show the kinfolk over
For great,
Go ahead.
for great is thy mercy toward me, and thou hast delivered my soul from the lowest hell.
The lowest hell. I don't understand why in the world hell is always associated to something down, bottom, deep, low, beneath. Why don't say up or here or around? Right. Hell on earth. That's the biggest lie of them. When God causes the sun to shine on the just and the unjust, you talking about it's hell on earth. Stop it. You liar. Low as hell. You understand me? Don't matter. This shit, Satan ain't even in hell right now. And stop jumping the gun.
I gotta be a 5 t-shirt. Look, the biggest t-shirt. No, I'm talking about gotta be extra.
Extra 5. Right now, the DBR shirt, the hardest one right now. This is class. This is not church. Low, 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 low. You think of hell, you think deep, low, down, beneath, under. You understand me? Pit, bottomless. You understand what I'm saying? Huh? And that's where you gonna go if you don't accept the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. And that is it, nothing else. The moment you add to that, get ready to make your bed like David. You will be there. And you're going to say, Lord, Lord, I prophesied in your name. I did this in your name. You think calling on the name of Jesus is going to save you, and it don't. Lord, Lord. That's how Jesus started it out. Lord, Lord. Sounds like somebody calling on the name. Lord, Lord. That's somebody calling on him. Now he finna show his works. I did this in your name. I cast out this in your name. Now he's showing his works.
I ain't gonna lie though. You gonna try anything.
Yeah. But Lord, come on, man.
Hey, huh?
You didn't accept me. You thought your righteous ways gonna get you with me, and it don't. You better accept the DBR, or you gonna burn in hell, and your righteous works gonna burn with you. Your pathetic, sour ways gonna burn. In your feelings gonna burn. You understand me? Jesus talked about hell too. Remember, it was low. How many times it was mentioned? The word hell in the book? 54 times. Huh? That's more times than grace was mentioned in the Old Testament. Huh? Put it in your Bible app. You'll see. It count. This is a real place. And it's not designed for us. It's designed for the devil and his comrades. He gets no pleasure in punishing the wicked. He don't want to punish us, Brittany. He don't get no pleasure of that, to see you fall. But we so prideful, we enjoy when somebody gets what they deserve when they do something to us. That's what he get. That's what he get. He should have did such and such. Now, regardless if you believe or not, there's a place called hell. And if you die without Christ, you will spend almost forever in hell. Almost. Because there's a point in time where hell cease and then it resume in something more greater. Who got questions about that?
So you feel like hell gonna cease because the 1,000 years that the devil was there?
No.
Got
No.
a question where BCBD?
I think it was just after that when God allows the devil to all the people that's in heaven. You know, when a devil's gonna be able to show what's really in their heart.
I think gonna start when everybody head to the lake of fire.
Hell gonna cease just for a split second when it's time to what? Denaric.
When it's time for in Revelation.
Okay. When it's time for what? The great what?
When it said death gave up his dead.
The great what?
Judgment.
And we're gonna,
Right on.
there it is. Everybody in hell gonna get, for a moment, gonna step in front of the great white throne to be judged. Now, I don't know if they still gonna be tormented while they're in front of the judge, but the scripture states that the dead will appear in front of the white throne judgment, small and great. So however long that time is, I don't know.
It's like me and Gaines Con. You know, he's a great man.
But once that judgment is over, the scripture states that death and hell will be cast where? Into the lake of fire. That's something totally different.
Which burns, huh?
You mean tell me hell and death is going to be cast into the lake of fire? I thought hell was the last place to go. I thought hell was the end all, be all. Hell. Hell. The scripture states in Revelation chapter 20 that death and hell is going to be cast into where? The lake of fire.
They said that is the what? Second.
That's the second death. The second death. You mean tell me you die twice? I thought once you die, that's it. They got to be judged off their works. Everybody not gonna burn the same. Dang, Snoop, you made me jump the gun. Everybody ain't gonna burn the same. You're gonna be judged based off your works. A lot of Hebrew Israelites think that this is why you gotta, fulfill your righteous works on earth. So when you face judgment.
John.
Go ahead.
Why do you feel like they're not gonna burn? Because I gotta respond. I'm gonna go ahead and respond, but I'll let you answer.
Go ahead.
See, the Bible says that the people that knew to do right and they did wrong, it's gonna be worse for them.
Right.
Yeah, people
It's
that
what
know
scripture
right.
says.
Right.
But now, just as far as a regular, common day sinner and he never believed or whatever, the Bible says he condemned already because he didn't believe. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So They gonna go there too.
Right.
But I believe it's gonna be worse for the one that knew. He
Chose
didn't
not
know.
to.
Absolutely. There's going to be different levels of punishment. But look, that don't mean that there's a little grace in that. Oh, no. You're going to be tormented. You're not going to look at the next person and say, ha, you burning worse than I am. You're going to get it. And everybody's going to look and say, this is the devil? This is the guy that caused all this destruction? This guy? Really? Somebody jumped the gun. Might well keep jumping it. People going to look and say, talking about the devil, this is the guy that caused all this destruction on earth? This one? That's how much greater we are than angels when we are outside of this body. We're going to be judging angels. And so people going to be like, this is this? This the one that got me knocking off everybody? Being mean to my wife or husband, my son and daughters? This the person that's influencing me? Yep, him. The nothing. Oh, he's powerful right now while you're a human being. But if you stay connected to Christ, he's nothing. Because what's in you is greater than what's in the world. Oh, but when we in our glorified bodies. You understand me? Now watch this. There's a deep part of hell where the worst of the worst demons go. Okay? And these demons are held by chains in smoky darkness. It's called, can they see this on the camera? It's called the abyss, or bottomless pit. And this section of abyss is a little bit deeper connected to hell, called a pit. So it's connected to hell, but it's deeper than hell. And it's a bottomless pit, as if you fall and it never comes to an end. And inside this bottomless pit is another part of hell. It's like a Super Saiyan hell. But the thing is, this particular hell right here has flames and fire. But this particular part of hell have no flames, no fire. Nothing but superior, unimaginable darkness and smoke. No fire is in the abyss. Let's read. 2 Peter 2 and 4. The abyss. So if you talk about the new heaven, you can't mention the new heaven without talking about the new Jerusalem. You feel me? See, the new Jerusalem is the capital of the new heaven. Let's hear it.
For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment.
Let's read it in CSB. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 4.
For if God didn't spare the angels who sinned, but cast them into hell, and delivered them in chains of utter darkness to be kept for judgment.
So as you can see, these particular demons has been cast into utter darkness, put in chains, and chains reserved. When you reserve something, you ain't cooking it. You're holding on to it until it's time to judge. They ain't burning. They ain't in torment. It didn't say that. Don't add that in. Read it what it say. Read the context. And I'm going to prove it to you. The Greek word for hell used in this verse is called what? Denaric. Huh? Tartarus. This is another word for hell. But this type of hell, this the abyss. The bottomless pit. And it's real. And it means the Greek word hell in this text that Peter used is Tartarus, and it means deepest pit or the lowest part of Hades. Remember, Hades is hell. Ain't no paradise now today. Ain't no Abraham bosom today in Hades. It's hell. Torment, destruction. And this particular pit, like Victoria stated, it can open and close like a lid. Like it ain't just sitting there open, hell, then it's open. Now it got a lid on it. This particular part of hell is specifically designed for demons, not humans. Just fire. I mean, just darkness, no fire. Reserving them until the day of judgment. This particular part of hell, the abyss, is way more worse than Hades. Or Jesus said, Gehenna. Let's read about it. Let's go to Jude, chapter 1, verse 6. KJV. The bottomless pit.
And the angels who kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
Under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. Valencia, they're being there in reserve for judgment. Y'all walking around thinking y'all good. Y'all got everything before Christ. Everything. But you will be in outer darkness. Weeping and gnashing of the teeth. Christians. Saved folks. Real quick. Weeping and gnashing of the teeth, nowhere in the Bible associate itself with hell. Every time you see weeping and gnashing of the teeth in the Bible, you don't find hell nowhere. You got one verse that says wailing and gnashing of the teeth. They talk about fire because it only appears 5 times in the King James Bible. And nowhere is it associated with hell. Also, the word outer darkness. Nowhere in the Bible is it associated to hell. Nowhere. Every time outer darkness is used, it is not referencing hell. Nowhere. Not even a little bit. But we'll get into that later. Obviously, the abyss is a place where demons don't want to go. It's a part of hell where severe darkness is so great that even demons don't want to be a part of it. They don't want to be a part of it so great. There ain't no fire there. What kind of darkness is this? You doing hell activity anyway. I'm just letting you know what you're finna get into. That's where you're going anyway. You might as well know what you're finna get into. You ain't got no heaven or hell to put you in. That's all right. I'm going to read what it say. Let's read. The demons don't want no part of it. Luke chapter 8, 31 through 30 through 31. Let's go ahead and switch over to the Christian Standard Bible. Luke chapter 8, 30 through 31. When you get there, let's hear it.
What is your name? Jesus asked him. Legion, he said, because many demons had entered him, and they begged him not to banish them to the abyss.
The demons begged Jesus not to banish them into the abyss. They ain't say hell. They ain't trying to go to the abyss. Whatever that is, there's some darkness. They don't want to go there. He said, it ain't time yet. In another book, it ain't time yet. You ain't here to send me to the abyss now. The abyss is right up under hell. Lower. You understand me? Now watch this. The abyss is a place where the smoke is so potent. Watch this, y'all. The smoke is so potent that it can darken our sun and our atmosphere. This abyss, the smoke in the abyss, because smoke is in the abyss, it's so potent that it can darken our sun and our atmosphere. We can't even see air, nor do we know which way it goes. I mean, where it comes from or where it's going. But this particular smoke in the abyss can darken the sun and our sky with no fire. That's some smoke. That's some strength. That's scripture. Bible chapter and verse dispensated. Y'all want to read about it? And since we're talking about it, let's go and read. Revelations chapter 9, verses 2 through 3. We're in the Christian Standard Bible. I'll let y'all know when to switch back to KJV. Chapter 9, verses 2 through 3. Watch this.
He opened the shaft to the abyss, and smoke came up out the shaft like smoke from a great furnace, so that the sun and the air were darkened by the smoke from the shaft. Then locusts came out of the smoke onto the earth, and power was given to them, like the power that scorpions have on earth.
He opened the shaft, that's a lid, right? Yeah. And when he opened it, smoke came. You know how you cooking something on the stove, Toronto? And you take that lid off and all that smoke. Sometimes you got to get up off of it because it's hot. You got to bag up off of it. Well, he opened the lid and the smoke came out and darkened the sun. This is smoke. Oh, man. I hope y'all understand what's going on here. I hope y'all getting this. The abyss is a place where powerful, evil / physical locusts live. That's what he just said, right? They were given power to torment, but not to kill everyone who does not have God's seal on their forehead. See, you ain't know God give you a seal on your forehead. Y'all thought that's just the mark of the beast. What period of time is this? This is the tribulation period. Let's read about this. You get the seal on your forehead of God. Y'all want a seal on y'all forehead? Y'all do? Y'all who want y'all want a seal? This is during the tribulation period. Y'all want a seal? Huh? Oh, I'm finna say. Oh, no, you don't want to seal no more? I don't want that seal. I'm ratchet up. I don't want no parts of that whole stuff. Now, if I'm here, I want it. Let's read about it. Revelations chapter 9, verse 4.
They were told not to harm the grass of the earth, or any green plant, or any tree, but only those people who do not have God's seal on their foreheads.
God's seal on their forehead. They were told not to harm. Who is they? The locusts. This is class. It's not church. It's not a sermon. The locusts, right? And those locusts are described as looking like having a human face. This is what they look like. They got human faces. There were crowns on their head. They got hair like a woman. Teeth like a lion. Chest like iron breastplates, even though we know this is metaphors, right? They had wings. They had tails with stingers and shaped like horses ready for battle. That's what these locusts look like. And we just read where these locusts come from. Right? Or did we read that? Let's just read Revelation chapter 9, verse 7 through 10. I'm trying to tell you what the abyss holds. This hell. A place you're going to burn. Because you mean. Let's hear it.
The appearance of the locusts was like horses prepared for battle. Yeah. Something like golden crowns was on their heads.
Yeah.
Their faces were like human faces.
Uh-huh.
They had hair like women's hair. Their teeth were like lions' teeth.
Right.
They had chests like iron, breastplates. The sound of their wings was like the sound of many chariots with horses rushing into battle. And they had tails with stingers like scorpions. So that with their tails, they had the power to harm people for 5 months.
These little bug locust looking things come from the abyss. Y'all can't handle a little fly get up on y'all face. A little locust outside. Let one of them come looking around like a horse. You understand me? Now look, you know they big because it says his wings is like a thundering chariots or something like that, didn't it? Ain't no little bitty locust wings sounding like no horses galloping. This sounds like something serious. You understand me? But all this come from the abyss. You understand? The abyss is a place, watch this, that has a king over them. There's a king. Y'all ain't know that, did you? Hell, a part of hell called the abyss got a king. Huh? And that king, that word means like instructing the locusts to do what they're going to do. All right? And this king is known as the angel of the abyss, named Abaddon in Hebrew and Apollyon in Greek. That's the name of this king angel in the abyss that's giving instructions to the locusts. Let's hear about it. Revelation chapter 9:11.
They had as their king the angel of the abyss. His name in Hebrew is Alandon, and in Greek. I'm just playing with you. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in Greek he has the name Apollyon. Apollyon.
Abaddon and Apollyon, the Greek word and the Hebrew word, that particular name, that name means, because I know y'all thinking that the king is God, he's instructing the angel. I mean, instructing the locust. That's what y'all thinking. I know y'all. And that ain't what it is. Abaddon and Apollyon means destroyer and destruction. All right? It's probably, that king angel is probably one of Satan's high-ranked demons. Okay? A destroying demon and one of the rulers, authorities, and powers mentioned in the book of Ephesians. All right? That king angel is not the devil. I've seen a lot of commentaries say that's the devil. No, it's not. That is a high-ranked demon being orchestrated by the devil. And it's probably one of those rulers and authorities and powers that the book of Ephesians. Okay, let's go to it. Ephesians chapter 6 and 12. You understand me? You're going to burn in hell, and that too going to burn. Everything else is always important. You ain't no manager. You're going to be casting out of darkness. Hollering, you a manager. I love God. No, you don't. You're going to burn in hell. And that too going to burn. Let's hear it.
6 and 12.
Yes, sir.
For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers of this darkness, against evil, spiritual forces in the heavens.
So that has to be one of them rulers. Right? It's rulers and authorities in the principality. That's what it means. That's what rulers are, principalities. So there's some ranking in the demonic spiritual forces. The abyss is a place where the beast is from. The beast. You understand me? Yeah, I got to teach y'all what hell is. And you ain't nothing but a snap away from going. Prideful. I see a bunch of dogs when I open the door outside. And that little thing, little pink stuff, you know who you are. The abyss is a place where the beast is from. Who know what the beast is? Quick. Who know what the beast is? The dragon? Janelle, you agree with that?
Dragon.
Right, the beast is the dragon.
It's an antichrist.
Say it again. Say it loud. We can hear you. You ain't cussing when you say that. She said the lady whore. I say it for you. The Bible say whore. You can say it. That ain't no cuss word. The beast is exactly what she stated. The great mother whore. The church? The Antichrist. Oh. The Antichrist. And that Antichrist will be the only one that will be able to stop and kill those two witnesses during the tribulation. And you can read about that. Well, you can read about the Antichrist being the beast in Revelation 13, 1 through 10. But we're not going to read that for the sake of time. So read Revelation 13, 1 through 10, and you'll see how the Antichrist is the beast. But let's read Revelation chapter 11 and say, yes. Yes.
When you say beast, you talking like the mark of the beast? Or
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about the mark of the beast when I say the beast. You have the beast, the false prophet, and the dragon. The unholy trinity. All right? Let's read Revelation chapter 11 and 7.
Ready.
When they finish their testimony, the beast that comes up out of the abyss will make war on them, conquer them, and kill them.
Where that beast coming from? The abyss. Why is it saying hell? Why they ain't saying, from heaven, the death angel? Why they ain't saying, send me? Huh? The abyss. That's where it's from. The abyss is a place where the devil is going to be bound while Jesus is reigning on earth for 1,000 years. Y'all aware of that? He's going to be in the abyss, not hell. He's going to be in that bottomless pit of hell called the abyss. Let's read about it. Revelation chapter 20, 1 through 3. Huh? Oh, I know exactly why he got loose. I used to wonder. I know for a fact now. Let's hear it.
Galatians 20 what?
1 through 3.
Then I saw an angel coming down from heaven, holding the key to the abyss and a great chain in his hand. He seized the dragon, that ancient serpent, who is the devil and Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years. He threw him into the abyss, closed it, and put a seal on it so that he would no longer deceive the nations until the 1,000 years were completed. 21. After that, he must be released for a short time.
21 through 3. 20, and then 1 through 3. Y'all see that? You got to have some keys to even get in the abyss. You ain't welcome to the abyss. I mean, you ain't part of that. The abyss is a part of hell, not for us. It's for the worst of the worst demons, for fallen angels. That's what a demon is. An angel that used to be good, but decided to do wrong. And now they got cast into the abyss. The ones that are just too violent. Huh? Because death and hell is going to be cast into the lake of fire. That means including the abyss. Ain't nothing worse than lake of fire. In the abyss, there is no fire. They're being reserved in chains. Because remember, the devil was bound for 1,000 years there, and after 1,000 years, they say he had to be released. That lets you know he ain't destroyed because he was released. But it's a place of darkness.
Do you think it's hot? Because hell is hot.
I think it's dark and smoky.
Can I tell you what I think?
Yes.
You know how you cook on the grill?
Right.
You got the side that you got the wood in there.
Yeah.
You know, if you open it up, smoke gonna come out of it.
Yes, sir.
But what's over there burning? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. It's all connected. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's gonna be all them people that's in there been tormented. They're gonna be dealing with all of that. Because you know when the body decay and it get on fire like that, it's stinks.
I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna smell too good.
That's the blood, though.
And they got locusts in there.
They got everything in there. And all that is going to be cast into the lake of fire. There's a difference between the lake of fire. I'm going to give y'all something real quick. The lake of fire and a lake of fire. All right? I got to give y'all something to chew on. The lake of fire and a lake of fire is mentioned in Scripture. I know we don't know this because we don't ever rightly divide the word of truth. We're scared to talk about hell. Scared to say you're going to go to hell. Yes, you are. And everything you're doing going to go with you. If you don't accept the death, burial, and resurrection, you got to live. You know when somebody accepted this because they live it. They can talk Christ all they want. You can attend all you want. It's in you. All right? I'm going to stop here. Because part 3 is going to be fantastic. So, we have a clear understanding now so far about hell. What is it? Where it's located? What's connected to it? What houses this? What houses that? We understand that God don't want to, it don't please him to punish us. Don't you go telling folks that it's going to please God to see his people burn in hell. It probably hurt his feelings. It's only two things that please God. Faith in Jesus Christ, and when Jesus got flogged and killed and destroyed on the cross. What's the third one, Daenerys?
Rejoice. Warning. Old terms. Huh?
Now, I'm not talking about rejoicing. I'm talking pleasing. Pleasurable. Pleasure. He says it's impossible to please God without faith. And that ain't faith like, oh, I'm believing God for a new house, or I'm believing God for this and this. I got faith. And don't let them tell y'all that prosperity mess. You please him by accepting his son, believing in his son, death, burial, and resurrection. That's why the book say, Jesus said, when the Holy Spirit come back, he's going to condemn the world, judge the world off of these three things: sin, righteousness, and judgment. And of sin is the one that who didn't believe in his son, Jesus Christ. And the scripture also say that it pleases him to have his son destroyed.
Okay, so when he come back and he take all this earth and stuff away, is there gonna be a new one?
The question is, when God come back, when Jesus come back, and he destroy everything wicked gonna get destroyed. The only thing gonna be left is the saints. And the Bible say that the earth and the universe is gonna fade away just off his glow, off his glory. Ain't nothing else gonna exist but one place, the lake of fire, because they're gonna be burning. And he's gonna create a new earth, where on that new earth is not gonna be in the oceans. It's not gonna be in the oxygen. No sun. It's gonna be a better place. The streets will go. We ain't get, Mom. We can't talk about that right now. He gonna come, and we're gonna have the type of bodies, Mama. We're gonna have the type of bodies we can teleport. Yeah. I'll give you Bob chapter and verse for that later on. This would say you're gonna teleport. You're gonna be able to walk through those without even opening the door. In that particular body, you ain't gonna have no blood in it. It's gonna be flesh and bones, no blood. You're not gonna have a heartbeat. Oh, you can have something greater. This particular body can't be destroyed. Ain't no sorrow and pain in it. It don't think about sex every 2 seconds. Or smoking and drinking. Or wonder why everybody being mean to me. It don't carry that. All right. Who got questions? We talking about hell.
What that mean right there?
What's that? All right, this is a diagram before Jesus Christ died. This is what's called Hades or Sheol. Right? And so when people died, both good and bad, they went to Hades or Sheol. Right? So inside of Sheol, Jesus ain't died yet, saying can't nobody go to heaven. Right? So that's why when Jesus told the thief, you're gonna be with me in paradise, he had to go to Hades. Because he died. The Bible says Hades where the dead go. So when the thief died, he went to Hades, but he went to the paradise side of Hades. Abraham's bosom is what they call it. That's what Jesus called it. And in Abraham's bosom, that's where Lazarus went. Right? And the rich man, went to hell. The Bible says he lifted his eyes up in hell. And in the middle of this Hades place, there's a divider called the Great Gulf Fix. And this divider is designed like the gate that the beggar couldn't pass to get to the rich man, because he was outside the gate. And the beggar couldn't get to the rich man, but he can see him, and vice versa. So the great go fix is the exact same thing. It's a divider from the torment of hell and paradise. The people in hell during this time can see and communicate with paradise. But now that's over with. Jesus done died and resurrected. The Bible say now when we die, we're going to be in the presence of the Lord. We already know what the Lord is. So now hell enlarged itself because paradise is gone. I don't want to get into part 3. Now we got to get on out of here. All right. Any more questions? I hope y'all learned something today. Share this video. Tag a friend. And may the grace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ be with you all. This is class. This is not church. Until next time.